It is time. Hello, it is me.
Stop touching yourself.
Stop touching my
You have no heart.
I know, but in today's topic, I kind of have to have a heart.
Yeah? You think?
Or, I don't fucking know.
I don't know. You have to have a pair of bufera and that's it.
Okay.
For those who don't know Russian, bufera is boobs.
It's boob. It's
If you can figure that out, that you're stupid. You shouldn't be listening to our podcast.
So, welcome back to another exciting podcast. Natasha and Svetlana's Motive, starring me, Svetlana Vladimirovna Lukanovich, and my older sister.
And your younger sister, Natasha Vladimirovna Lukanovich.
So, today we're going to talk about something very important.
Yeah, and it's not going to be spiritual, none of that crap. We're just going to be very practical.
And straightforward. How to get a job when you have no papers.
Well, they say there are 8 million illegal immigrants in the United States.
Oh my gosh, alone.
Yeah.
8
million people who are working, and 8 million, that's only on paper because I think those are the 8 million people who are paying taxes,
exactly,
right?
Yes.
But then, well, maybe let's say there are 12 million people illegally here working, making money, sending money back to their homes. How do they do it?
So, I have no experience. I have no real work ethic. So I had no clue how to find job. I still have trouble finding job. But one thing that I found is I use what I have in front of me. So I have technology, meaning I have a laptop. Mm-hmm. I have makeup. Mm-hmm. And I have cell phone. So what can I do with those things? I can take pictures of myself. I can take pictures of, or I can sell dirty underwear. Oh my God, I do not like this. I don't even know what the fuck to talk about.
Okay. Well, selling dirty underwear is a big market. Mm-hmm. It's a big market for dirty underwear. And okay, let's just start from the very beginning, right?
Yes.
So those millions and millions of illegal immigrants mostly are,
Mexicans,
exactly. So there was this very interesting thing that happened to me a couple of months ago, right? Mm-hmm. I was waiting on this intersection, and I was in the car waiting for the light to turn green. And there, it was on Venice and La Brea, right? Mm-hmm. The big intersection. Mm-hmm. And there was this American man, a white man in his 30s. And he had this paper in his hand. He was begging for money, right? Mm-hmm. He was a homeless person. Mm-hmm. And I looked at him. You know, sister, in Russia, where we're from, it would be considered strange because the biggest difference between homeless people in Russia and homeless people in here is that homeless people in Russia are mostly old, retired people who don't have enough money, pension. They don't have enough money to survive. And that's why they go out and beg for money. Or those are, here, drug addicts and alcoholics, right? But I looked at this man and he looked to me, I can of course tell if he was healthy or not, but I looked at him and I was like, why are you begging? You look like you could work, right? And then I looked across the street and there was this Mexican taco stand, right? And there were like 10 Hispanic people scrubbing it and cleaning something and selling tacos. And I thought, look, these people make money the way they can make money. Some of them come here, they don't have papers, but they come here looking for a better life. And they figure out things. They just figure out how to make money. And I think for us, for beautiful women from Eastern Europe, it's, I don't know, easier or harder. It's just different.
It is very different.
There still are many ways you can make money as a woman without compromising yourself. Okay? Because, well, there is a line that you probably don't want to cross. I mean, I'm talking about being an escort, right?
Yes, because that's a stereotype.
Yeah,
of us
it is a
women,
stereotype.
But it's not really true all the time.
Yeah, but you have a lot of Eastern European escorts out here. It is true because, look, it's a lot of money, a flexible schedule, you know, and all kinds of possibilities. I'm sure it's not as glamorous as you think it might be, but we're not going to go there because we have our dignity. At least I have my dignity. Svetlana?
I have dignity too.
Oh, you do? Okay, good. But there are many jobs, and yes, they are considered sex jobs. But you can still have your dignity in a way and make money. So, Svetlana, for example, she loves dance and she find job at strip club. Tell us about your experience. How did you decide to go to strip club, first of all? Like, I wouldn't go because I can't dance. I'm clumsy.
Well, I go because I think performing is good for Svetlana and I love to dance. So it was the first place I did not get asked for resume. It was the first place that I did not get asked for my home address. It was the first place that I didn't have to have any prior references or anything. All that they wanted to see is that I had an age above 18 and I was able to go and have good time dancing.
Did you have to audition for them?
I didn't actually. They
You
said
didn't,
I was
so
good
they
enough
just look
and
at
they
you.
throw me on stage. 2 hours later, I make $130 first dance. I make $10 second dance.
Okay, what kind of people are in the strip club?
It really depends. There could be college men having good time, sleazy, bankrupt director, or it could be really nice young men who got brought there by friends who are horny goats.
So you love working in strip club?
Well, I think it's a good place for Svetlana to start making money, but it's not the ultimate goal, you know.
So what about other girls that work with you? Are they in the same situation as you are?
I think some of them, yes. One girl I work with, she speaks very bad English. She's from Kenya. And I think Kenya's in Africa, right, sister?
I think so.
Beautiful girl. She does tribe dance on pole and she makes lots of money. But she had no work experience. She comes from very small village like us. You know, she don't have clean water. She has to walk miles and miles for her family to have water.
That's horrible.
Terrible, but she is like me where we don't have experience. Life has given us things to show for, but we don't have on paper experience. So for people like her and I, these jobs are not ideal, but they are what we need in the moment, maybe to build experience. You remember last week we talked about breadcrumb and how sometimes we have to follow it, whether we understand or not, it is sign. This job, meeting this woman, same path as I am.
You see it as breadcrumb, yeah?
She breadcrumb. This is just for now.
But you know what? I just got this thought. Which is quite sad, but I think this is where our conversation is gonna go now. So Los Angeles and other big cities where the population is very high and a lot of young, beautiful girls move to these big cities because they have big dreams, right? And then because they they are very naive. They come from small cities, small villages, other countries, where some of them don't even have clean water, right? So they come here, and because they don't have any experience, they start working these jobs that, exploit them.
Yes, that's the word. Exploit, yeah. Like little Chinese kids who make,
H&M.
Yes.
Yes. So, but here's the thing. For most of them, when they come here and they start doing these jobs, no matter strip dancing or escorting or massages, with happy ending.
Or on Hollywood Boulevard. Remember, I for one day work holding sign that says everything in here, $5,
Yeah.
$5 souvenirs and gifts.
Yeah. Okay, so I have talked to a lot of people from these industries, and it seems like it just sucks you in and you can't get out of it. And that is the problem. It sucks you in and you just get used to the money, the lifestyle, and you forget about your dreams. It just sucks you in.
And then all of a sudden now, say, okay, job goes fine. But then you have to pay rent. Then all of these other aspects come into play that further keep you in this job. And it's not like you can stand up for yourself because you're undocumented.
Yes.
No one knows you're here. So people have that advantage over you.
Exactly.
And it has put Svetlana into very sticky situations, like strip job. That's why I don't work at strip club anymore. I got escorted out. Long story. But ultimately, that job was necessary for me to get a start. Because now I have work experience. I was dancer at club, and I also say I work as a waitress. Now, Svetlana gets calls back for job interviews. So, it is a little unfortunate, but in a way it is blessing.
Yes,
absolutely. Besides the, I would have to say the exploitation, the money is good usually when you're working undocumented. Everything is under the table, and you get a sense of what it is like to work. It is experience, especially you're working in a strange country now. We're not working back in Kuryakniki.
Yes,
we don't trade, chickens and animals for we don't barter.
Yeah.
Out here, but in Kuryakniki we do.
Yeah, but. Look, you just mentioned paying rent, which is also like almost another topic. But if you're illegal immigrant, it's not easy to find a place, right?
No. So now you have no money. You have no place to live. What, of course, are you going to do? Your animal instincts kick in. That is why I work at strip club.
Yeah.
I make $400 a night.
Yeah. Yeah, and some people work a week or two
to make that money.
So you get used to it, and this is the problem, because you get used to it, this lifestyle, and then you forget about all the dreams that you actually had, and you're like, I'm making a lot of money, I'm just dancing, I'm doing what I like, and maybe you even start drinking and partying too much, and you just caught up in this
cycle.
Yes. Yeah. How does Svetlana think and keep herself on the right track? How do you make sure you don't get distracted with all this attention and everything? How do you do this?
Svetlana is still learning, but the one thing she does know is her worth and her value. And after a while, if you have those things just don't work anymore. This job, while it was blessing at one point, if it's no longer doing good, you have to do something else. So I guess how I get away from it is what I actually get out of it. I get away from it by staying and getting experience. Because the next job I have, I don't want it to be similar to this one. I want different things. It's like any other aspect of life. You need some experience before you can cultivate how I need to act in this situation.
That is true. And that takes us to another way you can make money if you don't have visa or papers or whatever you need. That is selling your stuff online.
Yes. Oh, this has been fun. I go to Lost and Found and I find old socks and I say that they're Svetlana socks and I sell them online for $5 a pair.
Yeah.
And that is an extra income that has been very profitable for Svetlana, especially when she sells smelly panties. People really like those.
Oh, yeah.
$10 for the panties.
Yeah, people like them a lot. And then, well, depending how open-minded you are, and you don't even have to be in America to do this. You can do this from anywhere in the world. There's another thing. It's webcam modeling. Svetlana, what do you think?
Well, Svetlana had a little short-lived career, but it was a way for us to get things for our apartment. I go on Cam website. I have linked to Amazon wishlist. And I put things there. And sometimes all I have to do is go on. I have my makeup on. And people go, Svetlana, you're so beautiful. How can I help you? And I send them a link to Amazon wishlist. And they buy me things. Tomorrow I wake up and I have a $600 blender I don't know how to use.
I know how to use it.
Yes. But webcamming is not only a very lucrative, it's very safe. No one touches you.
Yes.
They're only looking at you. They're not physically putting you in state of harm. And strip club, things like that. We had police break in, show is over, la la la. Very aggressive. With this, I don't like you. All I do is block. All I do is turn off laptop, take off eyelashes, unstuff buffera, and I lay down.
How do you make them buy you stuff?
Well, if they want me to, for example, people don't think I'm real on the internet for some reason. So
I don't think you're real.
Oh, well, I'm not. I'm a figment of your imagination. I'm just one of your personalities inside of your head, sister. But they don't think I'm real. So they ask, oh, show me photo of you, throwing up peace sign. And I say $5. This is Venmo. You send it to me, I send you a picture. Send it. You stay over there, I stay over here. I know I'm real. You have to sit with the unsatisfaction of not knowing. So that has been a reverse psychology way that I play with it. Another way is when I'm feeling a little flirtatious. I go on there. I wear the low cut top. I bend over in front of camera and I show sneak peek and I get more viewers and then I get more tokens and I turn those tokens into money. The wish list is how Svetlana really gets a lot of the things she likes, like perfume or makeup or clothing or new wig. That is that. But the money that is directed to my Venmo account, that is what we use to pay rent, even to have dinner. I have men send me Whole Food gift card. And they say, I tell them, when you're illegal, you can lie with certain things. They can tell you're not from this country. But they're so excited that you are. You say a little bit in Russian. And all of a sudden, they start to ask you questions. You go, well, I don't want to answer that. Well, what if I buy you this from your Amazon wishlist? Okay, send me private message. When I see that it's shipped to my house, then I will talk to you.
I see.
So, that is how it works for me. Usually it is like selling yourself, and it is in small form like sex work. But it's safe, and for me, it is a way of meeting people who are different like me and have a platform to express it in a way that is not being looked down upon. Everyone is on this website doing the same thing. It's a community.
Does it boost your confidence?
It does.
Yeah.
I love knowing that there are men in Asia who are looking at me right now. I love knowing that there are beautiful black men who are looking at me and jacking off to me as I speak into camera. I love knowing that I am being worshipped. And it is such an amazing feeling to know that they've never met me and they have yet to touch me. It's all visual stimulation that they're
You're
getting.
so inspiring. I want to do it too now.
We have
I
to
want
do it
try.
together.
We have to do it together. Oh, people, please comment if you want us to set up a webcam where you can watch us and buy us things. Let us know because we're open to do it.
We're open. I'm always open. It just stays wide open.
Oh yeah,
It's
Same
just it's a
here.
draft. It's open.
Same here. So that's another way. And then, of course, another way is sugar daddy, which
the most common way.
I practice personally a lot.
Okay, so tell us about that.
So basically, I have a profile on sugardaddy.com. I always say that I'm from Russia and that I'm a student.
You have to say that. That's
Yes,
very important.
because they like it. We talked about this before in our How to Catch a Sugar Daddy. So I say I'm a student. I say I like to do yoga because then in their head it's like, oh, I can bend her and she can stretch and she can do split.
Split.
So that is how I do it. And it's been working fine. Of course, it's a little annoying. It's like you have to meet all these people and some of them, I don't know what they're thinking. They don't want to give you money or buy you things. They think sometimes, younger people who are on the side, they're like, oh, I don't want to pay anybody to hang out with me. And I'm like, well, then why don't you go to a regular site, like Match.com or Tinder or Christian Mingle, exactly. Why are you on Seeking Arrangement or SugarDaddy.com? So that how it worked for me. I did try to do strip club, but
it's a start, but it's not for us a job.
yeah, it's not. I'm not that good at it, and there were. I felt like all these girls, they are just so hungry for $1, and they just wanna
do whatever
rip you apart, and just do whatever it takes to get that extra $1. And I'm just like, you know what, I'm better than this. So that's that. Another thing I can say is foot fetish.
Foot fetish, yes.
Oh,
here we go.
Big thing in America.
A big one.
Thing. I never realized my feet were
so precious.
Yes.
Even the corns.
Yes, exactly. Like, I knew I had feet, but I didn't know that some people get turned on looking at my feet. But it turns out they do. And, like I send pictures of my feet and, they give me money for it. I send videos of my feet, and then some sugar daddies, we have private
conversations,
foot fetish sessions as well. And foot fetish ranges from different worships of feet. Some of men just like to buy shoes. That's why I have so many pair of shoes,
just to have you put them on.
Yes, exactly. They want me to put them on, walk around, and they just and then they take the shoe off and they smell the shoe, and they lick the shoe, and
that one guy who jack off onto shoe.
Yeah, and then they like to lick my toes and suck my toes and rub their dick against my feet and things like that. So, and it's all good because I don't feel like I compromise myself. It's just my feet. Like, they don't touch anything else. And I want to keep it that way. And with sugar daddies too, like there are, certain lines that they're not allowed to cross. And you just have to like be straightforward with them. But also remember that there are things that they miss from their relationships. Most of them are married or in a relationships. They want intimacy. They want someone to talk to. Excitement, yes. So that's how it is. There's a lot more sex work that you can do and get paid under table, like nude modeling as well.
But these are ways that are a little safer, that we have garnered from our experience, and we're here to share with you. So
yeah. Of course, there's always a choice. You can always work at a restaurant. There are plenty of restaurants that would hire you without papers, I think, right?
I have Mexican not tried, restaurants. But I think
I'm pretty sure. We should actually try. We should try.
Let's try. Yes. Let's go to Robert's Russian cuisine.
Oh, yeah. But I'm pretty sure that they would. There is a way, but for people like us who like comfort and luxury,
it takes a little more discovery.
Yeah, we don't want to work at a restaurant. No. It's not
I don't serve you food. I want you to bring it
exactly. To me. But we're not looking down on anybody who does.
Of course not,
It's your personal choice. But all I'm saying is, if, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 million people can find jobs in this country without papers,
we can too.
Yeah, you can too.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. And you can always lie about your experience because no one knows what you did in the country that you come from. So you can say whatever you want. You just make stuff up. No one is gonna check it, right?
No one is going to judge you. Yes. Everyone here in Los Angeles lies. This is Los Angeles. People are paid millions of dollars to lie.
Exactly.
Yes.
And if you feel bad about yourself that you have to do sex work in order to survive, look at all those women out there, and I'm gonna tell you, like, 7 out of 10 are hookers.
Yep.
And worse than you are.
Yep.
You have no idea. Your neighbor is a hooker. Your
laundry woman is a hooker.
Yeah. Yep. Your nail technician is a hooker.
She's the biggest one.
Everybody in this town is a prostitute on many levels. So don't judge anybody. Don't think that you're worse than anybody else. You need work, you need money, you need to support yourself. So that's that. Yeah, go out, find job, and then find a husband or a way to stay here. Exactly.
It all links and ties together.
Yeah, if you're meant to be here, you will find a way to be here.
Exactly. So I think this was very good topic, sister. How to find a job. And it might take more than one job. But look, if you're already getting more than one job, again, you are one of those 8 million people who are able to survive off not having regular paperwork or licenses or training or whatever boring shit it was like that.
Yes. And do you know what I want to add? This conversation is just, we're talking about things in theory because we're talking about illegal things and we don't want to encourage anybody to do anything illegally.
But from our experience,
it's just in theory, Everything we do and say is just imagination. It's fantasy, right?
So take what you want, but know that this is coming from a good place, and we wish you all of the luck. Thank you again for taking the time to listen to me and my sister and having our uncandid conversations. We wish you all of the luck, and until next Monday.
Mwah.